So now, if anyone tells you in your dissertation that you need to start broad and narrow down when you're writing your background of your study, I need you to not listen to them. See, the thing is, when writing the background of your study, there is no exact format for you to write your background of study because it all depends on your topic. Now, this is what I mean when I say it depends on your topic. There are some topics that has one variable, there are some topics that has two variables, there are some topics that has three variables, and there are some topics that even has no variables. So depending on your topic, that is how you are going to approach your dissertation in the background of study. So if someone comes and gives you a general advice regarding your background of study in your for your topic, just know that that advice might not be applicable to you. Are you getting me? So what I'm talking about now is there are various ways for you to approach your background of study in your dissertation. There are at least 5 formats or structure that you can use to write your background of the study. So what I'm going to do here, like I've already written down here, I'm going to give you at least 5 structures of how you are going to approach your background of study. I'm just going to briefly be listing them here, but after this video, there's going to be at least 5 other videos that would break down exactly what I'm talking about here. So coming to the first structure of, or the first format of a background of study, this one has to do with a topic that has 2 variables. What do I mean by 2 variables? I mean the dependable and independable. Of course, you should know that. Are you getting me? So the first format is a topic that has 2 variables. That's the first format. So if you're having a topic that has 2 variables, like the example I just put here, there is a certain format you would use to approach such a topic. The second format also still has 2 variables, but the difference between this one now is you are going to be pulling studies worldwide, then narrow it down to your case study or to the country of your study. Like for example, look at this topic right here. Depending on your country or depending on your case study, using this particular second format, you're going to be discussing it, then pulling previous studies from different countries and narrowing it down to your particular country. Now, the third format now has to do with a topic that has 3 variables. Now, if your topic has 3 variables, like example of this topic over here, if your topic has 3 variables, there is a different format and approach of how you are also going to write the background of study for this particular topic also. And there's another format, which is the fourth one. Now, this fourth one has no variable in this topic. It's just like a general overview of the topic. Are you getting me? So for this particular format also, there's also a particular structure of how you're supposed to write the background of study. While the last part of this thing, the last part is also, that's the format 5. That format 5 now, it can use 2 variables and it can also use 3 variables. Now, what makes this one different is that when you are also going to pull out studies from different countries, but this one now, the difference is that you are now going to be picking those countries and be discussing them paragraph by paragraph, then until you narrow it down to a particular state or to your case study. Now, what I mean here is, for example, now your case study or your country that you're using for your study is, for example, Nigeria, right? Then what that means is you're going to use international countries for it. You're going to start with Canada. Canada will be your first paragraph. You're going to use different states in Canada, then you're going to break it down. That means each of those countries you're going to pick, you can pick Canada, you can pick Jamaica, you are going to narrow it down to Africa, then narrow it down to Nigeria, then narrow it down to your states. Now that is the difference between this last five format I just gave you. But like I said, this format I just listed for you, understand that it can also still varies. These five formats I gave to you, I'm not saying that this is absolutely the only format available. It can vary even down to your department, depending on your school format, or even depending on your supervisor instruction. But what I'm trying to tell you now is, this is the most important part. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you are being given a topic, after you finish watching my video, one thing is certain: you cannot be confused on how to. Once you finish watching my videos, depending on the topic you have, if you have the whole topic of one variable or two variables or three variables or no variables at all, you will know exactly how to approach these topics. And on top of that, I am going to prepare a ready-made prompt that you're going to use to actually write this background of study. You don't need to start cracking your head on how you're going to start from the beginning. There's already a ready-made prompt. All you need to do with the prompt is input your topic where necessary. So after this video, like I said, I'm going to do a 5 series videos where I'm going to be breaking down each of these structures, part 1 to 5. I'm going to explain them in details on how you are going to approach the topic. So thank you very much, and I'm going to see you in my next video for the first 5 series. So thank you very much.